Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there. Schnicked. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of X-Men Classics. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Test One for Prez. All right, it is the president of the Test One for Prez fan club.
That's right, Justin the Owl, fan of killer robots everywhere.
Oh my. That's right. Yeah, we can even get into a little bit of the history of Test One, but
that's right.
But also, we're gonna have a special guest this episode and next for this month on X-Men Classics, Captain America. What?
Yeah,
that's right, kids. In honor of that movie, yes, we're gonna talk a bunch of Wolverine and Captain America team ups.
Yep.
Again, you're old enough to meet everybody, I guess. All right, so shall we get into these?
Yes, there's quite a bit of story in both of them.
Oh yeah, especially the annual. The annual's larger, larger size. So
yeah, back in the day when the annual was the majority of the annual was the main story.
Yeah. I was gonna say this thing, cover price on there. Yeah, so annual for $1.25.
$1.25. You'd need a time machine to be able to find that price again.
A giant size annual.
Giant size.
All right, so yes, we're gonna start with, and again, it's what we're doing this on X-Men Classics. Captain America Annual 8. From September 1986. T.e.s.s 1.
Yes.
Writer Mark Gruenwald, one of our favorite Cap writers.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Cap writer. Mark Gruenwald, penciler Mike Zeck, inkers John Beatty and Joseph Rubinstein, colorist Glennis Oliver, letterer Jim Novak, and editor Mike Carlin. And as I said, there's no synopsis. So, all right, let me open this up here. The Marvel Limited app will open. But yeah,
what do you think of the artwork of Mike Zeck?
Oh, I love some Mike Zeck. Captain America, because he worked with most of his cap stuff was with JMD Mateus.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's I think he's in my top 10.
Oh yeah,
artists, definitely.
I think he's the one that did the cover. What is it, like 275 of Captain America? Kind of where like Cap's kind of leaping like out at you. The shield was held out in front of him. Oh yeah, I love that.
He did some amazing covers for Captain America. He did some amazing covers just in general.
Oh yeah,
for a while he was doing just covers, I think. But yeah, anytime that he did anything with a comic book, I was happy with it.
Oh yeah. And I was pleasant. Like I said, I thought I had read this before I had him, but I was pleasantly surprised it was a Gruenwald.
Yeah,
because again,
he was doing the annuals too.
Yeah, this was during his run. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so
yeah,
and a lot of times you don't get the regular writer on an annual, but
right.
I was like, all right, let's go. All right, so this issue starts with in an environment very alien to Wolverine, a bar fight.
Imagine that.
I know.
But it looks like the antagonist could possibly be a mutant.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not really sure if it is the antagonist. Looks like everybody's just kind of dogpiling on this guy, and he's fending them all off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. What was I reading? I swear I was just reading something else and there was a bar fight.
Something recent.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was reading, but yeah, it's like, oh no, that's this bar fight. Okay.
That's one thing that never goes out of fashion in comics is a bar fight. You can
Yeah,
find that in any decade in a comic book.
exactly, especially if Wolverine's involved.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a big gentleman, big bald gentleman. Yeah, the hat. Most of the bar is like fighting this guy. Wolverine's just sitting there like drinking his beer or whatever.
And did we get an editor's note about his last appearance? This guy.
Oh,
I was looking for one. I didn't see it on the app.
flip it. Yeah, I didn't see. I don't. Huh. Hold on. Let me
And
see it. It might be in the notes here.
because I think I had read something with him before, but I couldn't place what it was.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know. I think he's probably been what? There's some Avengers stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
think there was a Vision and Scarlet Witch issue, maybe
It
one of the
might have
early
been
series.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been that.
Yes, kids, because yes, after telling the people he's not a mutant, yeah, Wolverine follows him, and yes, we find out this is Robert Frank Jr. Nucleo.
Nucleo,
Yeah.
yes. Nucleo.
Let's see. Oh my! His first appearance was Giant Size Avengers #1 from May 1974. His death was in X-Force #5 from 2024. November
Oh,
2024. So yeah, they just killed him
oh
off not too
wow.
recently. Yeah.
No kidding.
I'm sure I read it. I can't remember. Oh man. Oh wait, no. That is no. That's the current X-Force series with Forge. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And your girl
Oh,
Betsy's in there too. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because
Wow.
there's like these weird portals opening and like threatening then the world and weird stuff keeps popping out. Yeah, and they had to like basically fight Nucleo.
No kidding. Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Okay. That's how interesting that he just appeared and we're reviewing that. I love that.
Exactly.
Synchronicity, folks. It's synchronicity.
Yes. I'm trying to find a list of his. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Giant Size Avengers #1, Avengers Annual 6, Marvel 2 and 154,
Oh,
and
wow.
then the thing he appeared in before this annual, Vision and the Scarlet Witch #2. So
okay, that's what it was then.
yep.
Nucleo. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then it's saying Avengers 300. Was he in Avengers 300?
300.
I thought that was like the. I thought that was the
That was
Inferno. Yeah.
what? Oh.
Yeah, remember when Steve pulled together that team of Thor,
Yeah,
Gilgamesh,
and Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't think
was there a
Nucleo was
backup in there or
that.
something? I don't know.
Maybe he might have been in some backup. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to that this year, later in this year, kids.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
Inferno is on the menu.
Oh yeah, so he's been everywhere, kids. Thunderbolts 40, all new, all different.
Wow.
Avengers #8.
That's crazy.
Bunch of X-Force.
I didn't realize he had been
issues.
around for so much.
Oh, that's right, Citizen V and the V Battalion. Yes.
Oh wow.
There's 2 Citizen V miniseries, and I think they're both on the app. We got to get to this one day.
Yeah, maybe next year we can put.
Yeah.
We'll do a Thunderbolts month or something.
There you go, kids.
Yeah.
There you go, kids. Another thing for the 2026 list.
That's right. Add it on. But yeah, Wolverine changes into his brown and tan costume.
Yes.
This is back in the day of that. And tracks down Nucleo and finds him getting beaten within an inch of his life by a gigantic robot.
That's right. In the middle of the woods here. Yep.
Yeah. In the dead of night, this robot's just beating the ever-loving tar out of this guy who single-handedly took out a bar full of guys that were, pretty rough customers.
Oh, yeah. They thought he was a mutant. They were trying to beat him for,
Right.
But yeah, Wolverine tries to hang on to the robot as it takes off, but it shakes him off. And I love his highly acute hearing, picks up a single word, and it's like T.e.s.s.
T.e.s.s.
So yeah, Wolverine basically picks up Nucleo and takes him to the hospital.
Yeah, he's not doing too well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut to the star, Captain America.
Yes. Off Interstate I-94, 20 minutes from the heartland of America, it says, under a Quickie Burgers.
Quickie Burgers, yeah.
There's a giant hole in the ground, and
And this whole sequence of events here was so Mark Grunwald.
Oh yeah. Oh
Just
yeah.
where he goes,
yeah.
where he goes down into like there's so much meticulous attention to detail with him with putting the shield in to jar the door, and like noticing the gas, getting the guys out, going back down afterwards.
And the booby traps and stuff. It just reminded me of the classic Grunwald. Like I felt like I was in the Bloodstone Hunt again.
The Bloodstone Hunt, exactly. Especially that pit with all the spikes in it.
Yes.
Exactly that.
Because the cops they sent 2 men down, they never came up. So Cap goes in after them, and
luckily they didn't get far enough to reach the pit of spikes, or else there wouldn't be anything left of them.
Well, luckily they weren't dead, because in the first room they were in, it was filled with some kind of gas.
Maybe it was the same kind of gas that we talked about with Craven the Hunter. That he Tiger. Remember that?
I thought that was man musk. You said.
It's the same thing. It's bottled and dispersed around the world to use as a biological weapon.
Because Cap finds these guys behind a 6-inch steel door. Yeah. Like almost like a bomb shelter. So Cap wedges the door with his shield because there was no handle on that side.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, but he gets the cops out. Then he tells them, "I'm going back down." He gets like a gas mask and goes back down.
Yeah, and that's where he finds the pit of spikes.
I know, he has to land on his shield. He's like,
yeah.
I love. Oh, and again, Grunwald's humor, because Steve lands on the spikes on his shield. He's like, "Cute. If not for my impenetrable shield, I'd be having steak for dinner."
S-T-A-K-E. Yeah. He did that a lot with the puns. It was so good.
That's why I was like, you know what? Not only did I miss one of my favorite writers, I'm like, if we ever could have got him for a guest for this podcast, he would have been right in. Yeah,
absolutely. His sense of humor would have totally gelled with ours, 100%.
Then he gets that hallway with the machine guns at one end.
Yeah, the guns start blasting away at him.
So basically, he just like slides on his belly and just like hides behind the shield. He just waits for him to run out of ammo and just says later, so you know how much ammo.
Yeah, he could have been there for a while. And he tells the cops, don't go back down there. Seal this place up. Like,
he finds like an old boiler room with a table where something was, but it's gone now. So
something large was housed here at one point in time, but is no longer.
The cop, "Captain, we thought we heard gunfire."
Yeah, you did. For quite a while, actually.
Captain, no need
I had
for
to wait till they ran out of ammo.
But I guess the guy who lives there or whatever now, Cap's asking him, what was here before this? This was a parking lot, and used to be the Schumann place, he said, tore it down about 10 years ago. And he says, any idea what Schumann did for a living? He was retired. I think he did government work before that.
He worked for Hydra.
Maybe. Then Cap gets on his motorcycle and he's like telling him, he's like, I'd seal that hole if I were you,
Yeah.
So, but he tells them he'll be in touch. Then we see a trucker in Westchester County.
Yes.
Somebody breaks into the back of his truck.
He's just minding his own business, and then all of a sudden he's hijacked by a villain called the Overrider.
Yes. He's controlling this robot. I love T.e.s.s just like emptying the truck and whipping crates.
Just hurling them out and climbing on in.
It looks like he might have whipped one over the trees. So they hitch a ride. But he tells the trucker, to pass the time, you'll tell me everything you know about the Metco Metallurgy Company security systems. So this wasn't a coincidence. Then also in Westchester, we see Wolverine bring Nuclear to the hospital. And then Wolverine tries to pick up the trail, so he goes back to the woods and finds the crates T.e.s.s was just thrown around.
Yeah. What's going on here?
And yes, this is where we find out that Metco is the nation's leading manufacturer of adamantium.
Oh. And I love this part too when Overrider and T.e.s.s arrive at the factory.
Mm-hmm.
T.e.s.s just barges in and immediately starts attacking everyone.
Yes.
Just blasting away indiscriminately. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tess just comes blasting in and
Yeah. But then we see T.e.s.s being prepared and laid down on the conveyor belt.
yep.
And yeah, a sequence of events is about to happen. A transformation is about to occur.
Yep. But then we see the truck driver outside wake up, must have been knocked out, but then good thing he knows who to call, because he calls somebody on the CB who
CB, yeah.
is going to call Cap's hotline. I missed the hotline.
And it is the hotline because that man is shirtless right now.
Oh my! Oh, you mean Steve Rogers? Yeah.
Yeah, blonde biscuit.
Yeah,
Just about to go to bed.
that's when he's traveling the country in that van. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
So he has to drive the 70 miles to the plant.
He's like, guess I'm not getting any sleep tonight.
70 miles away, and he still gets there around the same time Wolverine does. Because I love he gets to the guard station, and the guard sees a blinking light. It's like, oh, it's like someone's someone's breached the perimeter fence. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
someone with adamantium claws has clawed their way through the fence.
Yeah, I love that when Captain America first gets there, the guard is like, but Captain America, the security here at Adamedico is excellent. 24-hour sentries patrolling the fence, a radar tower scanning our airspace. I don't see how a robot could have gotten in without, and then like a second later, hey, what's that blinking light for?
Exactly.
Like right after that dude says this big spiel about how awesome this security is. But hey, while you're doing the sales pitch, you might want to check out that blinking light on the console.
Then Cap runs into Wolverine, and again, this is when the X-Men are with Magneto. So he's like, "What are you doing here?
Yes.
Did your new crony Magneto send you?"
Yeah, you're working for Magneto now. Yeah.
So of course Wolverine's not happy.
And this is back in the day when Wolverine was even more like kind of off the hook than
Oh yeah.
he just kind of lashed out at whoever and whenever. So of course he slashes out at Steve. He's like, "Get out of my way!"
Oh yeah, they're coming to blows, and
Yeah,
because Cap's asking why you snoop around here, and Cappy, I think it's high time somebody cut you down from your high horse.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm always surprised at how short this confrontation is, though.
yeah.
It only lasts for like what 2 or 3 panels, and then all of a sudden, T.e.s.s comes barging in through the wall, comes smashing through the wall, and immediately attacks Captain America. So there's the end of the fight that was promised from the cover. That's it.
And it's still steaming from the adamantium that's just been poured on. So yeah, then Overrider comes out and he's like, "Tess, we have no time for it." He's like, "Oh, geez, Captain America and Wolverine."
Yeah. Uh-oh.
But yeah, we get our big clue here. He's like, it was hard enough to bring her under control earlier, but with the man she was programmed to eliminate right here, it'll take all my mental power.
Yes, and we even see that T.e.s.s admits the word quarry, almost as if a some type of question, like an inquiry. Yeah.
And Overrider's riding like almost like a goblin glider.
Yeah.
A
little surfboard thing.
Wolverine jumps on, but Overrider knocks him off. Wolverine is reputedly one of the most dangerous free agents ever to rise through the ranks of the intelligence agencies.
Yeah, when Wolverine goes flying off of the hovercraft, he goes, "Oh, not again!"
So then, yeah, Overrider calls Tess, and they take off.
And even Captain America says, or he thinks to himself, "It's uncanny how well this robot fights. Who could have programmed it?"
That's right. And he's basically trying to. He said, "Oh, basically telling Wolverine they should team up." But
Yeah,
Wolverine's like, "I'd say no dice, but I wanted to nail that metal sucker real bad."
that metal sucker.
So then they set to meet up again. Oh, Richie's Bar, north of Salem Center, on Country Trunk M, 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
Mm. And then we see. Oh, we finally get start seeing Overrider outside of his persona.
Yes, the private life of Overrider is revealed. He's got a son that's dealing with some type of disorder.
Nuclear psychosis, he says.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, because he basically can't deal with the reality of atom bombs and nuclear bombs. And
Yeah, this is back during the Cold War time, so
Mhm.
there was lots of crap talk about nukes from Russia being bombarded from the sky for no reason at any particular moment. So I think that was kind of common in the 80s.
Yeah, you know what? It had to, yeah. I mean, I don't remember it much, but I mean, it had to have been because I know, like in Anno Senti's Daredevil run, like she has like Bullet's kid is all like obsessed with like, oh yeah, I gotta like fortify the apartment, and there's not gonna be a lot much to eat once the bomb drops, and it's
Yeah.
just all this stuff, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and all the stuff with Watchmen, all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just it's all through all the 80s stuff. It's crazy. Yeah.
But then we see Steve's at the Library of Congress in DC going looking stuff up.
Yeah.
Bailey learns how there was a scientist who pitched the idea for T.e.s.s to these to the government back in World War II because they were going to make up a whole army of super soldiers, and he's like, what if they turn against us?
He wanted a fail-safe device
Yes.
capable of neutralizing super soldiers. The T.e.s.s robots. Total elimination of super soldiers. T.e.s.s.
And again, it was Professor Schumann, as in the old
Mm-hmm.
Schumann place. Yeah, so basically, when there ended up only being one super soldier, they cut his funding, and he basically took his robot and went home.
Yeah. At least he had one made. I mean, that's an accomplishment, if you ask me. I mean, he didn't have a whole line of them built, but he got one made. That's good enough.
So was he just like, I don't know, was he just tinkering with it all these years, or was or is he just
I don't
like
know.
waiting for Captain America to run amok or something?
I don't know. Yeah. Well, Captain America had been gone for so long that maybe by the time Captain America was thawed out of the ice and joined the Avengers and all that, the scientist was dead.
Maybe.
And Tess was just sitting there on the slab in that underground bunker for all those decades.
That's
My assumption was that at some point while he was in his suspended animation, the Professor Schumann died. It was just natural causes or something. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Wolverine's at the X Mansion doing his homework. He finds a possible lead on Overrider.
Yeah. Yep, looking over the Cerebro files.
Yeah, looking for mutants who control machines, and it came up with a Richard Rensselaer, a retired SHIELD agent.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Overrider next in Nebraska.
This guy, I love this guy that's washing the window and looks inside the cab of the truck. Is like, what are you? Holy cow! You got a giant robot in there, mister.
So once again, someone calls the Stars and Stripes hotline.
Man, that hotline was useful back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That got some stuff done.
As we'll also see on Marvel Tales this month, kids.
That's right.
So
then we go back to Overrider and T.e.s.s 1 later on that day. We cut to them.
Yeah, right before the sun sets. Yeah, they're breaking into this nuclear command center.
Yeah. Blasting their way through the defenses.
I love the security guards. Good gravy. What is that thing? It's not Iron Man, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, everyone's freaking out. And then I love General Calkin through an Avengers Quinjet is circling the base. Captain America requests permission, and it's like, let him land. Maybe he can
Let
stop.
him land. Maybe he can stop that thing.
Just stopped at Avengers Quinjet. Let him in. I don't care who.
Yeah. Doesn't matter who it is.
So yeah, so Overrider breaks in, and then we see Cap and Wolverine show up.
Cap and Wolverine show up at the same time, very coincidentally. I love that.
Love, he's like, here, let me and my associate take care of this.
Yeah, my associate.
And of course, yes, he left word for the Avengers to show up. He's like, I feel like if Wolverine and I don't stop this soon, the base won't be left standing.
And then the battle is engaged.
I guess Tess has made up her mind that, oh, hey, Wolverine's probably kind of a super soldier.
Yeah, he fits the bill. Starts blasting at them both.
So Cap whips his shield at Tess. One hits it in the chest. He's like, my shield's a bit stronger than adamantium. Because remember, kids, back in the day, it was an adamantium vibranium mix. So
right. One of a kind.
Now I think because of the damn MCU, now it's just like vibranium or something.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
I know. I love. He's like, my shield's a bit stronger than that adamantium, but Tess also outweighs it by a factor of
significantly. Yeah. And then another utterance from Tess 1, Corey fleeing. I love it.
Because Cap's like, tells Wolverine, and he's like, let's lead it away from the troops.
Yeah, away from the nuclear base. That might be a good idea too.
Exactly.
But then during the course of the battle, they managed to use some pretty. I love this teamwork and the way that it's choreographed through the 4 panels here. They actually managed to knock over Tess 1.
Yeah, because Cap says, Wolverine distracted, get it turned around. Yeah, and he hits it in the back of the knees with that gate.
In the back of the knees. And then Wolverine uses that opportunity to lunge forward with his claws out and strike Tess 1 right in the neck.
Oh yeah, because Cap says hit it in the joints. He's like, because they couldn't have been coated in adamantium, otherwise they couldn't move. And Wolverine's like, nah, I'm going for the throat, which he kind of gets his claws started in there, and then Wolverine just says, use your shield, hammer my claws, and he's like, but I'd have to strike your hands to do it. And Wolverine's like, no time to argue, do it.
Pulverize your hands. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, he's taking that shield to the back of his hands, man.
Yeah, that does happen. His knuckles get absolutely obliterated,
and they managed to sever Tess's head off.
Yeah.
I love Cap. How are your hands? Bleeding will stop any minute now.
Yeah. But they still have Overrider to deal with.
Yeah, they run in. There's Overrider, who's basically Wolverine's like, what are you trying to do? Set off World War III? And he says, no, quite the contrary. I'm going to make World War III an impossibility. Once I've taken mental control of everything electronic in this whole facility, I'm going to launch America's entire nuclear arsenal. But he says he's going to aim them for the sea and then drop them in the ocean without detonating them. If anyone tries to stop me, I'll activate the missile's arming mechanisms, thus reducing this facility to a smoking crater.
He explains about his son's condition. My son is a victim of nuclear psychosis, an overwhelming dread that the world will end at any moment.
The Cap's like, what will prevent the Russians from misinterpreting the launch? They might, and basically Override just turns his back on him. It's like, enough talk.
Yeah. He's determined to have his own way no matter what.
Yeah, and Cap's like, if I let him go, it's probably going to be too late. So yeah, he whips that shield at him and knocks him off that flying platform.
Yeah.
I love it. He's like, Wolverine, catch him. He's like, oh, I'll catch him all right.
With his claws out.
But then Wolverine is just,
he turns around at the last minute.
Yeah, he's basically like, there's another way. Just don't have to kill him. Just let him drop. So
missed. Thump.
And then I love Cap. Mister, you'd better hope the X-Men never get tired of putting up with you, because I'll guarantee you the Avengers would never have you.
I know, yeah. I laughed when I was rereading that. I was like, oh, I wish you could see yourself another 20 years.
I don't know, Cap. One man will put a lie to that statement.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm of the mindset that Wolverine being in the Avengers is foolish.
Yeah, I mean, especially since, got all the X books and stuff, and it's just like, he didn't need to be there. That was Bendis just just being like, hey, I get the numbers on this book up. I'll put the Wolverine and Spider-Man on the Avengers.
Yeah, and Luke Cage
Luke
and
Cage, Jessica Drew,
Daredevil, and
uh-huh.
yeah, Doctor Strange and Shang-Chi. Let's just throw them all in there.
Eventually, it was everybody.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we get a brief one panel epilogue with Wolverine visiting Nucleo in the hospital, checking up on him.
I love that. Who are you, mister? The guy who found you brought you here. Bob Frank appreciates it. Thanks. Hey, no sweat, bub.
No sweat, bub. Hey, you can't smoke in a hospital.
It was 1986.
That's true. You can smoke everywhere in 1986.
The surgeons are probably smoking in the open window.
Exactly. Yeah, they used the cigarettes to cauterize the wound back then.
Oh my god! I mean, you should see in some of the McDonald's in 1986 kids. It looked like
man,
downtown London in the middle of the night. All the fog rolling in.
Yep, absolutely.
God, I went to a birthday party once. The mother was making pizza, man. She was like smoking like right over the stove as she's making stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
You didn't want any ashes in your crust, Phil?
No.
Oh, okay.
What's that aftertaste? Burn down building.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, what you think of this one?
I love this one. I love T.e.s.s 1. I think the whole concept behind T.e.s.s 1 is really awesome. My introduction to T.e.s.s 1 was actually in Avengers. There was that great story called Heavy Metal.
Yes.
In which the Super Adaptoid corralled up a bunch of giant killer robots like the awesome Android and the Sentry and T.e.s.s 1, and just kind of launched them all at the Avengers when they were hanging out on Hydro Base, and it was fantastic. I just loved that.
I believe that was the next appearance. Yeah, that Avengers.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I thought T.e.s.s 1 so cool, and then it was after that I actually read this annual. And I thought, oh wow, I love it. Mike Zeck is drawing this too, and Mark Grunwald is writing it. Even better.
Yeah, because like She-Hulk and Marina, I think, force it off Hydro Base, so it goes in the river.
It just kind of sinks. Yeah.
Where T.e.s.s 1 is recovered during acts of vengeance by Doctor Doom.
Yes, and then pit against Spider-Man.
Yeah, cosmic power Spider-Man. He blows at the pit.
Yeah.
Pieces. Yeah.
And I was curious to see if anything had happened to T.e.s.s 1 since then, because I hadn't recalled anything. And yeah, T.e.s.s 1 has appeared a bunch of other times in the pages of Secret Avengers. And I guess some of the later Captain America stuff. There were a couple of stories where T.e.s.s 1 appeared again.
Yeah, but the ones I really remember are that Avengers, then the Spider-Man. I think it's a Spectacular Spider-Man because
it's a Sal Buscema.
Yeah, he's fighting on the bridge, and everyone's just bitching and complaining because they're like, "You're blocking the bridge, you stupid idiot, and you're a menace." And then he basically just uses the Captain Universe powers to literally blow it to pieces. And he's like, "You have me now!" And everyone just like runs.
Yeah, he really is a menace. Oh my god!
But then, of course, Doom picks up like what's left of T.e.s.s 1 because I don't know if it stored some of the Captain Universe power, and of course, what's Doom going to do? Try to steal it, but
of course,
basically just literally blows up in his face.
Yeah.
He loves stealing power.
Yeah,
ask the Surfer, ask the Beyonder.
Yeah, ask anybody. Ask the Watcher. Ask anybody. Yeah, that's his thing. He loves doing it.
Stupid idiot. I mean, his origin is something blew up in his face, but meanwhile, I'm gonna try to steal cosmic power. Okay.
Yeah, let's try to overload everything that I'll ever make from here on out, so that the possibility of it happening again is always a constant.
You couldn't handle your little rinky-dink experiment in your dorm room, but you're gonna steal the Beyonder's powers. Okay.
The Beyonder's power. You're gonna mess around with a time platform. You're going to go up to the moon and try to absorb a bunch of the Watcher's power. Like, yeah, great.
Yeah, you're gonna beat Mephisto. Sure, kid.
We could beat Mephisto with Franklin Richards. Yeah, all right.
Uh,
I guess my only complaint about this annual was the fight between Wolverine and Captain America. Like, we get
oh
this great tease on the cover, right?
yeah.
And we're thinking, okay, these two are going to duke it out. But then we get it for 3 panels. I think no, we had to have a little bit more than that. Especially get the great Mike Zeck doing the artwork. They could have done a great like full page spread panel of them fighting. Like, it would have been wonderful.
Oh
That was
yeah.
my only complaint, was just the fight, the duel between these two. And this is back in the prime time when the animosity between these two was at a pretty high level.
Oh
So
yeah.
they would have had every excuse just to completely beat the hell out of each other for a while before acknowledging the existence of a greater threat, which
Yeah.
always happens. That's my only gripe. I mean, I love everything else, but I wanted more of a fight between these two. I wanted more of what the cover showed us.
Yes. Exactly.
That's my only complaint.
I'm trying to remember. We might have gotten longer fights between these two later on, but
I think we did, yeah, elsewhere. Yeah.
But and again, it's Grunwald getting the story. I don't know how much space they had. So yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't know if this was a 64-page annual, if they were doing them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's giant size. I don't know. Is that 64?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the annuals were doing back in the 80s for.
Oh wait, let me see. On the app, I was gonna say how many pages does it say it's on the app? Well, there's 41 pages of story, so I was gonna say, did we have 20 pages of ads or?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe there was a backup and they just didn't.
Oh, maybe. But looking at the notes here, I mean, I don't see anything about another story unless they didn't put it on the thing here.
Okay.
I
don't know.
Yeah, I don't see anything about explain.
I'm curious.
Oh yeah, because it's saying the inker for the first 31 pages was Beatty, and then Rubenstein did 32 through 40.
That's right. Yeah, they had 2 inkers on this. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, unless they did 20 pages of ads, I mean, it might not have been 64. Unless maybe they just started working their way up to that, maybe by Evolutionary War, maybe.
Right. That's that. You're probably right about that, actually. Yeah,
because this was 86. So
86. Okay, this says 48 pages, so that tracks.
Oh yeah,
that makes sense.
Pages of ads, yeah.
So yeah, this was the full story that we got in this annual.
Yeah, no backups, nothing.
Yeah. Wow, and we didn't get another Captain America annual for 4 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
1990 was the next one. That's crazy.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, Cap 9. Yeah, the Terminus Factor. Yeah, because we never even got
Terminus
one
Factor.
Evolutionary War or
Atlantis Attacks.
Nothing.
Yeah. That's crazy, right? And then after that was the Von Strucker Gambit, which you covered on, was it the Chichester Chats?
Yeah.
Yes,
because you would think he would have done the Daredevil annual, but no, Chichester did the Captain America annual.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
Love that one. And then Citizen Kang. And then the introduction of Bantam.
Oh yeah, that
in 1993, the Battling Bantam.
Yeah, the annual that year, all the annuals introduced new characters, and some of them lasted a little bit, some didn't.
Yeah, Bantam was the one that didn't last very long. And then I never got this last one, number 13.
I'm trying to remember if I got this or not.
94, written by Roy Thomas.
It looks like it might be a World War II flashback. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
Yeah, I can't remember if I have that or not. Oh yeah, and then the next year, yeah, they stopped kind of numbering, but they did the Captain America Citizen B 1998.
Right.
Yeah.
That was after the whole reboot, relaunch, reborn stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Yeah, because the annual 13 was 94, and then so they went like another
Mm.
4 years without an annual.
Yeah, it's so weird, right?
Oh, Heroes Reborn and all that crap was gonna.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One time we should on Marvel Tales we should cover. I have an old ass one. I have Captain America Annual number 4
Ooh.
from 77, the Jack Kirby one where he fights Magneto.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we need to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one.
I think the oldest one I have is number 6.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the 99 annual, The Return of Flag Smasher.
Yeah, yeah.
Weird ass look. Yeah.
Yeah. 99. Yeah, we could cover that one at some point as well. I love that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think both Marvel and DC are doing it now, where it's basically like every year the annual's number 1, but they just change the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll be 2023 annual number 1, 2024 annual
Right.
number 1.
Yeah. Yeah, we ran into that with another thing recently, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's in the year 2000. It kind of had to do with the ongoing story. I think it was Dan Jurgens maybe, but Protocide, one of Charlie's favorites, Protocide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's basically where they tried to back in the day, another untold story. So where they tried to take some big dumb more not more well, maybe a little more violent, but yeah, Clinton McIntyre, Protocide. They tried to give him the serum back in the day, so he was like another unstable super soldier.
Yeah.
All right. So should we get to the other one?
Yes.
Do an actual X-Men issue for X-Men class.
Madripoor Knights.
Yep. And again, kids, and if you're any kind of comics fan, I'm sure you've probably seen this cover before, or at least a variation of it.
Yeah.
Probably one of the more famous covers.
Oh, definitely.
All right, kids. So Uncanny X-Men 268 from September 1990, Madripoor Knights. Gonna get more of that next time, kids, because we're gonna cover that series. All right. Writer Chris Claremont, penciler, you may have heard of this guy, comics fan, Jim Lee, inker Scott Williams, colorist Glennis Oliver, letterer Tom Wojciechowski, and editor Bob Harris. All right. Madripoor, 1941. A fledgling Captain America comes to the aid of a Russian who is being attacked by hand ninjas. Both of the men are rescued by the help of a newcomer who makes the island his home and hates the Hand, Logan. After they win the battle, Logan takes them to a bar named Seraph's, where he tags Baron von Strucker and another Nazi, almost starting a fight. The Russian, Ivan Petrovich, tells them that the Nazis and the Hand are planning an alliance and that they have kidnapped a child in his charge, Natasha Romanoff. A little later, the three men attack the Nazi limousine, which holds the young Natasha. One Nazi intends to kill the girl rather than give her up. However, Logan throws himself between Natasha and the gun, seemingly sacrificing his life to save her. Ivan and Cap decide to take Natasha to the American consulate instead of following Logan's plan. Unfortunately, the consul is working with the Nazis and sells them out. In the Hand hideout, they learn that the Hand intends to make Natasha a master assassin, with her first test being the murder of her would-be rescuers. Fortunately, they are all rescued again by a very much alive Logan, who takes them to a getaway plane. In the present, the Black Widow went to Madripoor as a favor to Nick Fury to learn everything about a meeting between Fenris, the twin offspring of Baron Strucker, and Tessura Abba, the new leader of the Hand. She ends up caught in a trap by the Hand, but is rescued by Wolverine, Psylocke, and Jubilee. Later, they question underworld informants and learn that the meeting between Fenris and Tessura is to take place on a certain yacht. They infiltrate the yacht and take out the gangsters, but find they are imposters. The real meeting took place somewhere else in the meantime. All right, thoughts?
I love this one.
Yes.
Yeah, it had actually been a long time since the last time I read this one, as well as the annual. Yeah, and I'd forgotten about the time hopping stuff. Yeah, I love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if they came out with it, if they mentioned this like back during this era or before, but it's like Natasha's over 50 years old at this point.
The-
I think it's kind of hinted at that. I don't know if now or later, but part of like the widow program or whatever kind of the Black Widow program kind of extended her lifespan or something. But
well, it was like some type of Russian version of the super soldier serum. Like
yeah,
not exactly that, but like something as close basically to it as they could get. I
but
think
they
it
did
was
something to her body, the slower
discussed.
aging. Yeah.
Yeah. And also to make her, I don't know, just she was a little bit more durable and
Mhm.
let's yeah. I don't yeah, I can't remember when they established that. I feel like it was sometime in the 80s. Some
Mhm.
story that they talked about her time in the Red Room and what was these weird treatments that she was given. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
can't.
I remember reading that and thinking 50 years old? What? Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this event took place 50 years ago, so she was, as a small child, so she at the least she'd be 50 some years old. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't
I was gonna say looking like that, but although it is Jim Lee art, so
well, yeah.
I mean, concentration camp survivor Magneto looked like, well, Jim Lee drew him.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was the magnetization of the ion molecules in his bloodstream, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what that was.
But yeah, this was the first meeting of Logan and Captain America, overlapped with the second story in X-Men Annual 14. But here it's saying the midsummer 1941 dating of the event of the flashback is likely inaccurate. Captain America was still fighting Axis spies and saboteurs at home until December 1941.
Really?
Because of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor caused the United States to enter World War II. Logan, a Canadian, being in Madripoor in mid 1941 is plausible. He is a mercenary and his country is already in the war. The neutral United States sending an operative overseas to fight in a distinctive American flag costume is not. And the 1941 date also contradicts Daredevil 88, in which Ivan tells of how he first met Natasha in late autumn of 1942 during the Battle of
Oh.
Stalingrad. While that is a topical reference based on sliding time, blah, 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 the only way to reconcile the two stories is to conclude that one is misdated. The story is more likely to have been misdated, as only a caption states the 1941 year. 1942 is plausible and is consistent with Cap's description of being inexperienced.
Hmm.
Uh, oh yeah, and then there's Jubilee noting that all of Wolverine's friends are incredibly, fabulously gorgeous women.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting coincidence,
She's looking at
right?
Psylocke. She's looking at Black Widow. She's like, "Well, what?"
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, and Fenris always makes good villains.
yes. Oh, also in this comic also holds another place in history. This comic was featured in Weird Al Yankovic's song "White and Nerdy."
Really?
That's what it says.
No kidding.
Yes,
That's random.
I know. I know. It's funny though.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, oh, there must be a line. Okay, yeah, he must be holding it. Yeah, because I guess looks like he's standing in a comic shop seeing his wife.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
because yeah, what's it? Yeah, it's bringing me back. I've heard this before. Yeah, I mean the line must be X-Men comics. You know I collect them.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Wait, nerdy. How dare you?
I feel attacked.
Exactly. You've triggered me, sir. Uh,
Uh, yeah, I love this issue. I feel like this could have been actually a few issues, this story.
yeah,
They could have actually dragged this out for longer and had more kind of meat and potatoes with the whole hand stuff and Von Strucker and all that.
Yeah, but then we got to get to a lot of other stuff. I mean, Claremont
there's
spread everyone pretty far and wide, so we got to bring everyone back together. And Extinction Agenda's coming here in 2 issues. Yeah, which we
right.
covered.
There's a ton of stuff going on in the X-Men books, and I think in the Captain America books too. There was in 1990.
Yeah, although he's only in the flashback in this one, but yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, he's not in the present, but yeah, he's probably
Yeah.
busy.
It's like, when do you have time to go over to Madripoor?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh wait, what was the date on this? September 1990. Let's see what Captain America was up to in September 1990.
I think that was
yes.
the super soldiers, the Soviet super soldiers, and the
close, my friend. No, we're September 1990 was Captain America 376. We were in the middle of Streets of Poison.
Oh, Streets of Poison. Oh, he was busy.
Yep. And high as a kite. So
yeah,
that's why he ain't showing
he
up.
was hooked on crack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones we got to do someday. Oh, we got to do all.
Oh my god.
We got to do all those Grunwald Cap summer events. We had
absolutely
Bloodstone,
Superior
Hive,
Stratagem,
Streets of Poison, all of them. Yes.
Superior Stratagem. We did Cap Wolf already.
Yes, we did. It's only like 2 issues, but we got to do. There was a crossover between Captain America and Silver Sable in the Wild Pack.
Yes, with the Viper. With the Viper, absolutely. There's one with Nomad where he was still toting around the baby.
Oh yeah.
That made me laugh so hard. He's fighting with this baby strapped to his back. I was like, "What are you doing, you moron?"
And whenever we have a free month or 2 or 3, we could do Operation Galactic Story.
Oh man, we would need at least 3 months for that.
That's like 18 issues.
Yeah, we would need
at
least 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
god.
Yeah.
All right. I have a. All right. I got a question for you. Which issue do you think you liked more, the annual or 268?
I like the annual better.
Oh, nice.
Yes, because I mean, Mark Grunwald and Mike Zeck are a golden combination.
Yeah.
I liked the story better.
Mm-hmm.
The Chris Claremont time jumping thing, like sometimes I'm in the mood for it, sometimes I'm not.
Yeah.
With that issue, it was fine, but if I had to choose, I would definitely pick a Mark Grunwald story. That's more my speed when it comes to Captain America stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think Chris Claremont wrote much Captain America at all. I mean, I was trying to remember if he had done anything with when he was writing Marvel Team Up, and
yeah, like I don't think he did like any like ongoing Cap. Like he might have, unless he did like a fill-in or something somewhere. But yeah, I think if he wrote Cap anywhere, it's usually like showing up in someone else's book, I think.
Yeah. But reading this issue again made me wonder, what if he did write more Captain America? I think that would be cool. It made me think about that. The prospect of that, the possibility of that happening. I love that.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I like the annual. But again, Grunwald's one of my favorites.
Yes. Yeah, we both have kind of a bias towards Grunwald, which is acknowledged, but I feel like it's justified. His Captain America stories, I feel like, are some of the best comic books that Marvel has ever produced.
And again, their art styles aren't the same, but we got kind of an embarrassment of riches with the art this time. I mean, the annual, Zeck is good, and of course Jim Lee. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely. And that has been on a bunch of different things.
Oh, this has been on merch. This has been everywhere. Yeah, that
merchandise, T-shirts, posters. Yeah, that has been used a lot, and justifiably so. It's a wonderful, gorgeous image of that man. And some of the depictions of Black Widow in this, I forgot. He draws an amazing Black Widow as well. Oh, I've almost forgotten about that.
That was the question I had, because after like Black Widow gets attacked and passed out, and like Wolverine takes her to like a safe room. Then she wakes up in like laundry. I was like, okay.
Oh, did you?
I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't think she was wearing that under her suit. So what? Did Wolverine strip her down and then put her in that? I was like,
Yeah.
although she is bandaged up, so unless it was like a doctor or a female,
Right.
whatever, yeah.
It's hard to say.
That's so funny. Jubilee just peeking through the window. Is it my imagination, or is every old buddy Wolverine's got in the whole world like some incredibly fabulous, gorgeous babe?
Yeah, she's looking up at everybody's endowment, all the females' endowments, and looking at hers and being like, okay.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
don't worry, Jubilee. That's not all it's cracked up to be. Your back will thank you in another.
Oh my! Although that is the funniest panel ever, because like Jubilee looked through the window, and then Psylocke just sitting there like drinking whatever and sitting in one of those like
Yeah,
chairs.
just lounging, It's my girl Betsy. She's just biding her time and waiting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we kind of did the a variation on the Ketchum theme again, because Wolverine's interrogating, or Black Widow's interrogating that guy, and she's like, I don't know how much I can hold on to you, how long I can hold on to you, and Wolverine, sure, I'll catch him.
Oh yes, yeah. Yeah.
All of a sudden the guy's like, I'll talk.
Some more synchronicity there. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I don't know if I noticed that before, but when they get on that yacht or whatever, Psylocke was wearing a wig.
Oh yeah.
Just to cover up the purple hair or whatever.
Yeah.
Wearing a wig.
It's a little distinctive. It kind of gives you away. Yeah.
Oh my Lord. I don't know what's keeping Black Widow. Well, I know what's keeping Black Widow's dress up, but yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Micro mini skirt.
I mean, it has to be taped onto her chest because
yeah.
Oh, because that's the thing I was thinking of. Because like by the end of that page, like her and Psylocke are attacking in their costumes. I was like, man, that was a pretty quick change, wasn't it?
That was quick. They ducked around the corner and ducked back out again, and the costumes were on.
They should have just did the old Psylocke, so doing a mental illusion of them, and playing something else. Yeah.
Yeah. And explained in multiple panels by Chris Claremont.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't get any shirtless Steve Rogers in this issue, but you do get some little hairy Canadian.
Yeah, that was all right. not the same, but will do.
But yeah, no, they were both good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed both of these a lot. And we don't see Captain America really getting involved in the X side of things on his own.
Yeah, not a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nice to see it when it does happen.
Oh yeah, because between these two is going to be X-Men versus Avengers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when the animosity hits an all-time high.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I think we'll be covering that at some point this year too, aren't we?
I believe that's on the list. Yeah.
I think that's on the list. The whole 4-issue miniseries. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, the original one, kids.
Yeah, the original one. Yes. I should clarify that. There have been 2.
Yes.
There'll probably be 3 or 4 or 5 before it's all said and done. But this is the first one.
Yes. All right. So, yes, next time here on X-Men Classics for the second episode this month, yes, we're going to cover Wolverine Madripoor Nights 1 through 5, which I believe was just last year. Yeah, also written by Chris Claremont. It's one of those miniseries that's set around the time of. So, yeah, keep 268 in mind, kids, because the miniseries takes place around there. So,
and
again,
it's the first time read for me. I haven't read this yet, so I'm doubly excited.
The return of Captain America and Black Widow and Wolverine.
Yeah.
So, yes,
love it.
But meanwhile, you want more Cap fix? Yeah, make sure you're tuning in the Marvel Tales, because as we cover Cap 310 and 313, Captain America 369 and 371, and then Captain America 380 and 382.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Oh, 371's the date night issue.
Oh yeah, I love that one. Some Ron Lim artwork. Yes. I love that one. Oh, it's so good.
Oh yeah, Ron Lim Diamondback. Yes,
Yes,
I just miss
it's a-
Diamondback in general. I mean, come on.
I know. Yeah, she's in a few of these issues we'll be discussing, so that makes me happy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, all the ones on Marvel Tales. Yeah, she's gonna be in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, kids. So yes, there's your. Like I said, more Cap next time. Getting big Cap month here on Marvel Tales. So, but again, send us your thoughts. Like I keep telling you, you can even share them after the fact.
Yes. Yep. Anything that we've discussed already, we'll
Exactly.
mention it on the show.
That would be so funny. Someone wrote in and be like, "Yeah, those first couple Alpha Flight issues were great."
Yeah. When are you going to talk about some more Alpha Flight?
On Marvel Tales, 100 some episodes ago. Yeah, see, it's easier on the X-Men Classics. This was only episode 18. So,
Yes, yeah.
all right, kids. So yeah, so please send us your thoughts on all the Cap issues here and on Marvel Tales or any of the shows we do. Because as I'll get to, Justin's on a whole hell of a lot of shows. All right, so email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your brand new Capes Lunatics merch, the classic Capes Lunatics merch. And of course, more brutal, more scary than a hairy little Canadian rage machine wanted to adamantium. Love Hellfire demands that you rain random money on us to the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
That's right. All right, and of course, you can all please subscribe to our Patreon every month. Lilith and I give you exclusive, uncensored content. And if you're a patron like Hootie down there, you can suggest topics. Yeah.
Yes, I love the December episode. I'm looking forward to the January one.
Yes. Don't make us shame you like we shame Ray into sending feedback in. He comes in he comes in strong when he wants to or has to. Gotta hand it to him. Ray plays game, kids, on YouTube. Probably touching his deck right now.
Sometimes with both hands.
Oh, that's right. So yes, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right, kids. Like I said, this Justin the Owl was a busy man. You can catch him here on X-Men Classics or on Marvel Tales. Usually the same time slot. There are special weeks you might get both. So stay tuned for that. Catch him on the Return of Energon Universe.
That's right.
We're going to be doing that for every month for a while here. So catch him there. You can catch him now at least once a month on Ultimate Spider Cast with me and
Ray.
Yes, talking Scarlet Spider. Although he did drop in for the whole month of January for John Byrne January.
That's right. I love that. That was so much fun.
And of course, you can catch him over on Capes Lunatic Sidekicks at least once a month on We're the Night,
the Batman podcast,
where we talk Azrael once a month. And again, he drops by for other episodes from time to time. And of course, you can catch him every so often on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast, talking all the 90s Superman stuff. And you would think that was enough for anybody podcasting wise, but no. Justin the Owl says, I need more. Yes,
I need more every month.
Oh my. No, we're talking about podcasting now, sir. All right. So tell. That's right. So yes, tell everyone where they can find you on these shows and who you do them with.
You can also find me on Gamma Charge every month with Russell. We're talking about 2 series, Immortal Hulk and Sensational She-Hulk, and having a blast with both. And we also have a Patreon, so check that out. On our certain paying tiers of our Patreon, we're covering a DC version of the Hulk called Damage. That's also been super fun. On Predator and Prey, we are joined by the aforementioned High Priest of Khonshu, Ray, and Sparky. to discuss some classic 90s Dark Horse comics featuring Fox's Predator. And last but certainly not least, my solo show is called The Lost Library of Legends, about forgotten and obscure comic book gems of the last few decades. And I'll be doing a multiple part retrospective on a 90s title from the Malibu Ultraverse.
Going back to the 90s here, bitch. Double biscuits.
Yeah, for at least 4 months we'll be in the Malibu Ultraverse.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's naughty.
we're in it to win it.
My favorite biscuit. Tap, tap, tapping my way downtown.
It's been a while now.
Yeah.
That escalated quickly.
All right, kids. Again, come back next time. Join us for oh wait, no. Told you I was confused. All right. Yes. Come back and join us next time for more Captain America and Wolverine and Black Widow.
A return to Madripoor Nights.
Yes.
This time it's personal.
Almost sounds dirty.
Madripoor After Dark.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's with a K, so the K makes it family friendly. Yeah, no sex, kids, just a whole lot of stabbing.
Stabbing. Yeah.
Claws. Yeah, kids, a lot of good things coming up here in the year, so
Yeah,
you can hear for X-Men Classics and Marvel Tales.
that's right.
All right. I'm back next time. And remember, friends don't let friends lose their hands to adamantium. Good night.